This is the new Google Pixel 6a, and you must be thinking the real problem with this phone is the price. No. Maybe the 60Hz OLED is the problem. No. Is it the Tensor chipset? No. The real problem with the Pixel 6a is something else entirely. I will talk about that, but I know there's a lot of hype around the Pixel 6a and I know you want our opinions on this phone, so let's talk about that first. So this is the new Pixel 6a and I like that it has the Pixel 6-like design. I mean, there are differences. The camera bar is slimmer, the cameras are closer together, there is this made in Vietnam written on the back. Now this is all fine, I still think this is a good looking smartphone, but one big difference on the Pixel 6a is that this is a plastic bag. Yeah, it's not glass. Now I'm fine with plastic bags if they look nice and feel nice, and this does, especially with its compact design, but we have had this phone for what, 4 days now, and I did notice these scratches here, so yeah. Anyway, like I said, the design is very handy. Here is the phone next to the Pixel 6. You can see the difference. It's also a lot more handy when compared to a phone like the Nothing Phone 1. I mean, it's not as compact as the Pixel 4a, but it's good. I also like the aluminum frame, the IP67 rating, which is nice to have, and there are good stereo speakers here. One interesting thing is the fingerprint scanner in the display. Like the Pixel 6, the 6a scanner is kind of okayish. It's not super slow, but yeah, it's not as fast as others. But that is not the interesting part. The thing is, sometimes the Pixel 6a's fingerprint scanner unlocks with fingers that are not registered. So there are 3 fingers registered here, as you can see, 2 thumbs of Anmol and an index finger of Manmeet. So they are able to unlock it. But the phone also unlocks with Devinder's finger or George's finger, and they haven't registered it. Akshay's finger did not work, but still, this is strange. Now, a lot of people have been calling this phone overpriced, and one of the big reasons behind that is this display. It's a 1080p OLED panel, but the problem here is the 60Hz refresh rate. I mean, you get 120Hz AMOLED displays in the 20k price segment these days. You even get an LTPO 120Hz AMOLED at 5k more in the Realme GT2 Pro. So yeah, this is a bit disappointing. I'm personally so used to 120Hz, 90Hz panels that 60Hz on the Pixel 6a does look like it's not as smooth. Not everyone notices it, but yeah, I would have preferred a 120Hz panel here. Other than that, the display is decently bright and the colors look really good, and there is HDR certification in apps like Netflix, so movies and shows are a good experience on this phone. The other reason why people are calling this overpriced is the Tensor chipset. See, the Tensor chipset is actually fairly powerful, and it's the same chipset that powers the Pixel 6 Pro, the flagship, so I like that Google hasn't made any compromises. I mean, the benchmark scores of the Pixel 6a and 6 are similar, so yeah, it's the same. I know you can get phones with Snapdragon 888 and even 8 Gen 1 in this price segment, but a lot of those phones with those high specs are unoptimized, so it's not always about the specs, it's about optimization, and that's where the Pixel 6a seems very good. I mean, this is a good phone that feels like a fast and responsive high-end smartphone. Everything works without any lag or stutter, app launching is fast, multitasking is really good, and the phone is also pretty good at gaming. Apex Legends supports Ultra plus normal settings, aka 60 FPS, and there's no stutter or performance issues. The games we played were smooth. BGMI supports the max setting, Ultra plus HDR, and there was no stutter or lag during our testing. The phone also does not overheat or anything. The max temperature during tests or even gaming is around 40-41 degrees. Now, there are 2 big USPs of any Pixel phone, the Pixel experience and the Pixel cameras, and the Pixel 6a obviously brings both of them. This is the camera setup, the same old 12-megapixel IMX363 sensor with OIS that Google has been using since the Pixel 3. Now, sensors apart, Pixel has always been more about software optimization, and the Pixel 6a does take very Pixel-like shots. The photos are sharp and contrasty, the dynamic range is fantastic, and it captures skin tones really well. Now, I wouldn't call this the best camera phone in this segment yet because I'm yet to compare it, and this 12-megapixel sensor has gotten a little old, but for now the photos are very Pixel-like, and that means flagship grade. Anyway, there are the cool Pixel software tricks. Magic Eraser is here, which works well and now has a camouflage mode which lets you fade any distracting objects in a photo so that the subject is the main focus. There's also a speech enhancement mode in the front camera which cuts down the noise, and it works. Hey guys, this here is a video from the Pixel 6a's front camera with the speech enhancement off. And this is a video with the speech enhancement turned on, and I like how the AC noise is cut down. Yeah, this is good, but I would have liked 4K on the front camera. Apart from this, there's the Pixel Android 12 experience, which I really like. So you get the Material You theming, all the cool widgets, and you'll get the latest Android updates on the first day, which is awesome. The phone is promised to get 3 major Android versions and 5 years of security patches, and it's a Pixel phone, so you can count on it. The battery is a 4410 mAh battery, and it supports 18-watt USB PD charging. Now do note that there's no charger in the box. Look, the truth is the Pixel 6a is actually a good smartphone. Pixel cameras, pixel experience, good hardware. Yeah, it's not perfect. 60Hz OLED in this price segment in 2022 is not ideal. But what's the real problem here? The real problem with the Pixel 6a is Google not taking the Indian smartphone market seriously. See, whenever a new Pixel phone launches, we always talk about the high pricing. I mean, it's high time Google starts manufacturing its phones in India so that they don't have to pay heavy import duty on these phones. If the Pixel 6a was manufactured in India, we would have seen it launch around 35K, and at that price, this would have been an easy phone to recommend. So Google, take the Indian smartphone market seriously. Anyway, if you really want to buy a Pixel 6a, I'd say wait for a few months or wait for the big billion day sale. Hopefully you should get a lot better pricing. Anyway, what are your opinions on the Google Pixel 6a? Comment down below. Also give this video a like, make sure to share it and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.